All right, what's up, everyone? It is Thursday, January 22nd here. Already getting close to the end of the month. We'll be looking at the SharpMoney app today. So if you guys have questions, let me know. Monthly results are looking real good for me, up about 7.4% percent ROI. I've been finally able to bet a little bit more and get some volume down. Signal bot's been absolutely crushing for me. So I've been on a good run there. Definitely catching some good variance. I mean, I expect ROI to be around 5% on Signal long term. So running at 11% right now, which is nice. Only been betting this for 11 days, up 3,600. So that's sweet. Matt, what's going on? Jason, Carlos. All right. I'll probably speak on it later, but I have an update on pricing and what our packages are going to look like. We finally hashed out all of the details, so I'll get into that a little bit later in the stream while more people are here, and then I'm sure you guys are going to have a bunch of questions. But first, I'm going to go over to there's a spider on my dashboard on my monitor. I mean, in the basement, we got some spiders down here. All right, so here is the SharpMoney Signal page. I'm looking at there's a good amount of bets right now. But the majority of the plays come in like 1 to 4 hours before game time. So, game's about to start pretty soon. But I'm going to hit some signal bets before we get into it. So Quentin Post here under 12.5 points, rebounds, and assists. We have fair value signal price at minus 119. We can grab this on the score at minus 110 and Caesars minus 113. So I'm probably only going to be able to get down $10 on both these books, but even with a limited account, it's not bad. So under 12.5 minus 110 is exactly what we want. So sometimes right before game time, these main markets, you can get down a little bit more. So let's see what we can do on the score. But the cool thing with Signal is there's a lot of plays. When plays pop up, a lot of times they're to multiple books, so you can kind of just like smash lines. And we have quick links to everything. So, I don't love being able to just hit $10, $11 max bets, but when you can add them up, get them in really quick, like once I'm logged in, they just kind of fire away. Yeah, Rumhead, I mean, the Signal bot is definitely the volume for sure. I mean, that's where I've gotten all my volume from. And the EV tool lets you, I mean, there are 57 EV plays right now that the EV tool is picking up. So there's like an endless amount of EV plays on this compared to the bot. So let's see what we got here. So I'm going to hit that Quentin Post also on Caesars at minus 113. It's a slightly less worse price, but we'll see what we can get down. So I don't think they let me bet more than $20 here. So I'm going to start with 25 and see what happens. If you're betting like overs, you typically get down a little bit more. If you're betting, just the points market, you get down a little extra. It's kind of just learning what book lets you get down what. So I think, all right, $15 there. So $25 probably on a 3 or 4% edge, not too bad. I mean, if you can just pump these out, so we can hide them. I already have this loaded up. So Reed Shepard under 2.5 assists, and this is how I kind of just pump them out, even at low volume, under 2.5 plus 117. That's good. I don't think I'm going to even get down the 15. They let me get down there. So no, but I might be able to get down 10. So 10's good. Fanatics, they don't have a web app, so the deep link isn't going to work. So we're going over to ESPN plus 115. 20. I'm at $10 max limit, so $20 in there. So I mean, it's not too bad to get down $100 real quick if you just keep smacking them like this. I already have this one on FanDuel, I think. Let's see if I can get a little bit more. When I see a FanDuel play pop up, I try to hit it right away because my limits are higher. Pretty sure I'm already all over this line, so I'm only going to throw 100 more. But if you're able to sit on a computer or on your phone a couple hours before game time, I mean, you're just going to be able to get down probably well over 100 bets, as many as you can kind of fire off while you're sitting here. So Kevin Durant under 10.5 rebounds and assists. Our fair price is minus 134. This is minus 130, so we're good here. $10. It's a lot of $10 max bets, but they, like I said, they add up. Under 2.5 minus 130. All right, cool. So I kind of cleared the board. I'll hop over to the plus EV page now. Nice. All right, let's look at some plus EV plays, break down some plays here. So Onyx moves really quick. I haven't really been hitting these higher EV plays. And honestly, this sounds crazy, but I'm like reverse of everyone else. I like to start from the bottom most of the time. I like to start in the weeds and work my way out. I think I truly believe the best plays are very low EV plays with good movement. You're not going to catch like massive EV plays with good movement. The lines just move so quick. But if you can catch like a slow moving line that's moved all day long in one direction and now it's only like a 1% EV play that you think will continue moving, then those are the types of plays that I absolutely love. So I'm just going to click through a bunch of these charts and see what we see. So this is a play for the under in the Hornets and Magic game. If we're looking at Pinnacle solely at this number, which the DVIG is too, we see Pinnacle limits going up and a small drop on odds from minus 102 to minus 107. So a 5-cent downswing. We see overall market, these are the main lines going from like 224 up to this number. So this seems like a pretty solid number. We do see Circa and Bookmaker have a higher number, which makes me believe that I don't want to take this under because it's DVIG to Pinnacle and the other books have higher numbers. So it's something I'm going to skip there. I'm really looking for really solid plays in this 1% range. Rams are getting steam quite a bit. This one line hasn't moved too much, but I already have some Rams bets, so we're going to skip that. Miami Heat first quarter. Not much movement there. Like I said, I'm really in these low EV plays. I'm looking for the good movement. This one would be good. Yeah, this one's decent for the over. All right, so let's break this one down. Portland State at Eastern Washington. So we're looking at the odds movement. We're seeing Pinnacle come down recently from about plus 107. They're at minus 122. So some pretty good movement there for the over. And then you kind of have to reverse your logic when you're looking at the line movement graphs, depending on if you have the over under. So like we always want to see this top graph with the odds moving down, meaning that sports books are dropping their odds. But when it comes to main lines, you want the trend to be going towards your position. So over 149.5. I want the market to be adjusting their main lines to the over. So we do see recent movement has mostly been towards the over, and all three books have kind of sat on the main line being 150. So I like taking this extra half point. You're paying an extra 6 cents here, but it's value to Pinnacle. Pinnacle has good movement. These books have been moving towards the over as well. So I'm going Portland State at Eastern Washington over 149.5 minus 106 on FanDuel. The Stanley Steam Chasers. Love it. So let's see. I'm going to go try 200. They are going to let me get that down. So there's your first straight play. Portland State at Eastern Washington over 149.5 minus 106. So good stuff there. Something I like to do, I hide this and I'm addicted to the signal page. So I just keep waiting for that to come up. Nothing there right now. So we're going to skip it. And I'm going to go back towards the bottom here. Pick through the weeds. Let's see. Spurs minus 13.5 plus 105. So I do like this. I like this line. It's not screaming in a direction, but overall movement the whole day has been money coming in on the Spurs, a little correction towards the Spurs. We see Circa open up at minus 12.5 and drop down to that minus 13.5 number. So I like the movement. It's not a huge movement, but it's enough to get me on this one. On Novig plus 105, Spurs minus 13.5 plus 105. So tons of liquidity backing this one, which is kind of worrisome. Well, they're actually going to let me log in. I don't want to take 4K. I don't want to empty my whole wallet here, but I'm going $200. Sweet. We're in Spurs minus 13.5 plus 105 on Novig. Signal, nothing. All right, glad you fixed that issue. All right, cool. Hopefully I wasn't lagging. Hawaii first half spread here. I like it. Nothing crazy about this movement, but we have a DVIG to Circa and Pinnacle with recent movement downwards. So I'm taking this as well. Hawaii minus 8.5, minus 118. This one's at midnight. So if you're a night owl here and you want that one, Hawaii first half minus 8.5, minus 118. A lot of NFL plays for this weekend, but I think I'm going to hold off there. It's already Thursday. I mean, here's another one. I mean, these are good plays. Back to that Eastern Washington game. Money line looks good. We get a 3-way DVIG with Bookmaker, Pinnacle, and Circa. So you get a 3-way DVIG to the sharpest books in the industry. Very low limits. We see Pinnacle only taking $500, which is basically nothing. But the fact that they recently dropped and that we have 3 books in this DVIG makes me want to get it. It's nice around this time too. Limits are high. You're able to get some money down on these. We already have a Spurs play, so I'm going to hide the Spurs. Miami Heat we looked at earlier. Didn't see much going on. Tennessee State, no movement in this market. If you have no movement in the market, I want to see probably like 2.5 EV, probably, or maybe 2 to a softer book, but I'm not going to take that shot on Novig. Portland, Washington, already saw it over there, so I'm going to clear that one. Missouri State plus 6.5. Let me check that out. All right, in a minute, I'm going to go over the pricing options. I'm going to lay out in a little bit of detail exactly what we're going to have for the new packages and what's going to be included. We'll make a bigger update probably tomorrow, but we have discussed this as a team, so we're ready to release a little bit more news on that. So once these plays dry up a little bit, I'll take a minute to talk about those. Nope. Long Beach State money line. So this is one of those plays where it's flat. I mean, it's a DVIG to Circa, Pinnacle, and Bookmaker. Not much line movement here, but I'm going to take it. It's on FanDuel. Plus 152 are the odds that I would like. I have a lot of overnight action. We'll be usually sleeping by not much later than 10. Boyd, what's going on, man? Thanks for joining in. We're just trying to hit some EV bets here. I already have a lot of college basketball. All right, I think I whipped through the whole kind of slate. So I think we can talk about the pricing packages a little bit more, and then I can field some questions. All right, so I'll lay it out the best I can. So what we're going to do is when we launch publicly, we are going to archive all of our old plans with the Discord bots. So if you are a Discord bot member and you like the Discord bots and you want to stay at your price and you like the bots and everything that's going on in the Discord, you don't have to move. The product will no longer be available to buy on the WAP website, but you will keep your price. You don't have to upgrade. You don't have to change anything if you just want to keep what you have. So those will be archived. So new members will not come in, but old members can stay where they want to stay if they want to. The new plans will be SharpMoney Core, SharpMoney Pro, and SharpMoney Alpha. Money Core is going to be our kind of baseline level, our basic package. And we price this very aggressively because we want to have beginner bettors, beginner plus EV bettors join our community and learn as much as possible at a reasonable price. I remember when I started out plus EV betting, first of all, you're so unsure about the concept. Like maybe you understand the math and why it works, but you still have so much uncertainty that you can actually make money sports betting. So the core package is going to be $29.99, which is $20 less than our current plus EV bots. And what you're going to get with that package is you're going to get our odds screen. So you're going to get all the odds. And I believe, so there's going to be restrictions on what you're going to see. You're going to be able to see all the odds besides the Sharp books like Pinnacle, Circa, and Bookmaker. So like your odds screen will literally just look like this without the sharpest books, but you'll be able to see all the odds here. I believe we're going to keep it to full game only, so you're not going to be able to break it down by quarters or anything like that. And then our EV tool is also going to be available at that very cheap price of $29.99. But you're not going to have access to all of the extra options. You're not going to have access to the prediction markets. You're not going to have access to the exchanges when it comes to sports books. You're only going to have full line stuff, which isn't bad. And it's a lot of what I bet personally is just full line stuff anyway. And you're not going to have any of the charts or any of the drop downs that you can have. So you're essentially going to be looking at a plus EV screen like this with all the plays, all the one bet links, but you're not going to have that kind of extra information, which we will preach that extra information really makes a difference. But when I started plus EV betting, I was using tools that would just give you fair values and you just bet them blindly. What happens there is you still will make money long term. It'll be a nice way for you to start understanding plus EV betting. I honestly think if you're newer, the charts and all the other information we have can be very overwhelming. So just being able to look at the EV percentages, place the bet, get some closing line value without all the extra information, you are going to have more lines move against you than if you have the information and had the education to make a good judgment. But it's going to be a real nice starter tool and really, I think, expand and grow our community on all different types of levels. So core package is going to get that, and you're also going to get access to the Sharp Money Discord, like premium channels, which we're gonna probably start. You'll probably start seeing in the Discord us editing the channels to more represent the, like, that's not a rebrand, but just the new packages. So like VIP will be called Alpha, and then there's the Core and Pro packages as well. So we'll change the chats based on that. But all right, does anyone have any questions about the core package? Because I think that's what it is. It's kind of the basic odd screen and the basic plus EV tool for $29.99. That's going to be the core package. And we're gonna lay this all out nice and clean for you guys in the future, in the next couple of days, so you can actually just like see the features list. And I'm kind of spitballing off the top of my head, but I think I have a pretty good idea of what exactly is going to be on there. All right. So that leads us to the next package, which is the Sharp Money Pro package. And that's going to be $79.99. And that is going to give you full access to both the odd screen and the plus EV tool. So you're going to get everything that I use on screen for $79.99. It's priced pretty fairly with and competitively with all the other plus EV tools out there. We have one of the fastest plus EV engines to find these bets and the most information possible to throw on paper on these bets. So that'll be $79.99, and you're going to get the full odd screen. You're going to get all of the markets, all of the sharp books. You can organize these whatever way you want. You're going to get the EV tool with no limitations. You're going to get access to every single feature and market and sportsbook that we have. The one thing that Core and Pro do not include Signal. I'll get to that next. Release date is early February. We don't have a date yet, but hopefully first week in February. I'll talk about a release release plans as well after I wrap this little speech up here. The only thing you're not going to get on the pro page when it comes to full access to the odds screen and plus EV tool is our very advanced settings to when it comes to setting up your filters for your sports book. So this will be a alpha package only, and we really put a lot of work into this filtering system. So it's just one more kind of upgrade for the alpha members to get. So I've talked about this before, but you can, we have good filters on our plus EV page where you can set up different leagues. Like if you just want NFL money lines for the first, like I have mine set up for full game and first half. Like I don't want to see the NFL money lines for third quarters. I'm not going to really bet any money on them, so I don't want them. So this is a broad setting that applies to every single one of your books, which is, this is a very detailed breakdown. But what the advanced filters does is breaks it down per sports book. So you can do all that customization per sports book. So you can go, okay, on FanDuel, I want, the NBA point spreads for the full game at only 3% EV with a pinnacle limit of blah, blah, blah. And that will only apply to FanDuel. And that will not apply to any of your other books. So this is absolutely killer in a good way, because we all know everyone's limits are different on every single book. So, and you might be getting new accounts, you might have P2s. So it's important to be able to really customize each book down to literally the best detail possible. Like for example, like Caesars, I'm only going to be playing full game stuff for most markets. I maybe don't even have college basketball totals on there because it's probably $10 max bet for me. So like my college basketball market for what I want to see for Caesars is much different than what I want to see for FanDuel. I'll bet first half point spreads. I'll bet first half totals when it comes to college hoops on FanDuel because I can actually get money down. Same with like Fliff and Onyx odds, where I don't have severe limits like I do on the other books. So you can really dial in those filters, and that will be the only limitation you won't have as a pro member. So I think that covers all of the pro features. Like I said, it's full access to the odds screen, full access to the plus EV tool, premium Discord channels as well. And then the alpha package, which is going to be $199.99, which is priced the same as our current VIP package, which the VIP package right now only comes with handicapped plays by myself, Mathwins, Greek, and Sigma Squirrel on Discord. So you, as a VIP, you never actually get access to the plus EV bot as well. So this new package is $199. You'll get the full odds screen, the full EV tool, the custom filters per sports book. You'll get the signal bot, which we talked about as well, which is a proprietary system that I built that is running at like a 5% ROI on like 20-something thousand bets that just crushes NBA player or NFL and NBA player props right now. I'm working on NHL. So you get every tool we have here. You'll get every tool we build in the future included, which you're going to be surprised how quick we're pumping stuff out. But like we have DFS in the works. We have, a bunch of other things that we'll be working on soon. And you're going to get the handicapped plays in the Discord that are from myself, Mathwins, Greek, and Sigma. We are going to also add it won't be immediately because we have it all in Discord right now. But there will be a handicapped play section where you can see all of our handicapped plays right from the web. So, or right from the app. If you don't know how this all works anyway, everything is on WAP. So they're a marketplace and they host apps now. So you'll just have to log into your WAP and then hit the SharpMoney button and it'll bring you to this. Everything is also on mobile as well. So you'll have, like 99% of my bets are on mobile from my phone, and it's a real clean user interface to kind of hit bets like that. So Those are the 3 packages. Um, like I said, they're completely separate packages. There's not going to be a transfer over. You can stay with what you have now, or you can drop your package and change to this, which I'm assuming most people are going to pick one of the 3 options we listed. Um, yeah, I mean, the Discord bots have done great, but we've really upgraded our tools here. So, okay, let's see. Oh yeah, so I kind of try to answer that, but Matt, so no, um, if you so this should actually benefit you very well. It's going there. We just don't have the manpower to like transfer everyone over manually. So unfortunately, you're going to have to wait for your current package to expire if you don't want overlap. But right now, if you're paying for VIP and the bots, you're probably paying $250. So you can drop those packages, sign up for the alpha package, and get the bots, or not even the bots. You can get the Plus EV tool, the Signal tool, all the handicap plays for a cheaper price than probably what you're paying now. But unfortunately, you're going to like if you're hopefully a lot of the people have their bot package or VIP package is a week away from expiring, and they can just cancel it and then sign up for the new one if they want to switch. But no one has to switch. Like I said, if you want to stay on VIP and you like everything through the Discord, that's fine, and we're not going to make anyone change or upgrade anyone, without them wanting to. All right. So, will there be any kind of free trial for any of these packages? So, yeah, I think we're going to discuss that, but I'm pro like 1 or 2 day free trials for all these, just so people can check them out. And will the Plus EV tool replace the Discord bots since they provide graphs? The Plus EV tool won't replace it because we're going to have members that are just stick around the Discord bots. So I guess depends on how you want to classify replace. But in my book, it's replacing it for me. Like I haven't looked at the bots since having these tools, to be honest. But no, we're not going to like remove the Discord bots if people are still going to be on that package. So let me get this one in real quick. Christie under 2.5 3. Sorry, in the middle of this, but when I see a good FanDuel play on Signal, I want it. Double checking the fair value price. Minus 138. We're good up to minus 142. All right, let me keep working through these questions. These are good questions. All right, is main markets for Signal still being worked on? Honestly, the thing I'm mainly interested in. Yeah, so we are going to start testing main markets and start coming up with kind of our algorithm of how to flag plays using the same kind of logic, which should definitely work for main markets, but there's a lot of tinkering that we have to figure out. But for now, I mean, the EV tool does a great job at absolutely smashing main markets. So so here's a good question. Like how would, with the release being like mid-month of like your current subscription, how would canceling one work? And that's where it's kind of just the unfortunate way of we're not going to adjust any like overlap. So it's going to be on the customer to decide if they want to just wait out their current subscription and then cancel when it's over and then sign up for the new stuff. And if you guys are really that excited to join the new products, then you can sign up early, but you're going to have overlap in your subscription. I wish we could have the manpower to like let everyone just switch right over and comp like everyone the equal amount of money, but we physically just don't right now. So it's going to be one of those things where if you're that excited to go and get the new stuff, you're just going to have to eat that little overlap. Or you can just kind of wait out your current cycle and then sign up. But you don't have to switch either. If you like what you have now, you can just stay. So yeah, if you locked in a lower VIP price, you are not. If you want to upgrade to alpha, you're going to have to pay full price. We're standing solid on the prices, so you're going to have to upgrade if you want to switch, or if you want to stay locked in at that current VIP price and stick with the Discord, then you can stay there. But if you're someone who is paying for VIP and the bots, you're probably looking at the same price, even if you had a discount, and you get all the extra tools. So yeah, you can cancel on WAP and you would sign up on WAP. So our current Discord bots are on WAP as well. And this will be on. So instead of like you getting access to Discord when you purchase something on WAP, all of a sudden you'll see the SharpMoney page, and you'll just be able to click one of these like sidebars that says SharpMoney, and then it'll give you this app. Yeah, I mean, it's totally worth it with the signal and the plus EV tools. We would love to like bring everyone in at the cheaper rates, but we're so confident with our price point on the new products we've added that unfortunately we're not going to just like switch people over for it, because this is brand new product we put a lot of time and money into. So I hope everyone's okay with that and feels like they're still getting a ton of value with our new products. So. All right. Any other plays I want to bet? Caesars, Isaiah Collier. Well, I'll hit both of these under 9.5. So this is a points market. So this is something I might get more than $10 down. And keep firing questions while I'm betting these. 25. See, so not that bad on points. 25 on points. Minus 137. So let's see what fair value is. Minus 139. So I'm going to take it. It's a very small edge now, but I'm going to take it. And I'm not sure how much I can get down here on points market on Caesars. All right. So they bumped their whole line under 8.5 now. I think we were shooting for 9.5. I just exited WAP. So this is how you'll find it. It's literally just SharpMoney button on the side. Under 3's already hit that one. Yeah, so we were trying to hit the under 9.5, and Caesars bumped it to under 8.5. So no good anymore. Yep, great question. Let me go over all the sports books. That's a great thing to answer here. And we will add in more sports books as we go. But you have Pinnacle, Bookmaker, Circa, FanDuel, DraftKings, MGM, Caesars, Fanatics, The Score. Not listed on here is Bet365 because we've been having trouble with their odds. But the other day we did get some plays coming through on Bet365, so I think we're getting their odds back. So Bet365, hopefully in the near future. Bet Rivers, Hard Rock, Ballybet, the exchanges, Novig, ProfitX, Sports Trade, SX Bet, Fliff, Rebet, Kalshi, Polymarket, Bet Chris, Bet Online, Bovada, Bet 105, Bet US, Onyx Odds, and Props Builder. Props Builder is the same system that a lot of offshore books use. I don't know them off the top of my head, but I know Bet Online uses Props Builder for their props. And so does like 5 other offshore books. So you can definitely crush Props Builder. All right, good to hear, man. Glad you're didn't piss anyone off yet. Aaron, this is actually a really good question because we don't have player props in our plus EV tool yet, but we will. I'm assuming we're trying to get player props in the regular plus EV tool in like a month. You know, I'm not even going to speak on that because I'm not sure if that's going to be a core feature or like part of the middle package feature. I could see it going either way, but I'm only one of the 4 owners, so I'm not even going to voice my opinion yet. Also, a good question. Will the new product have something similar to prevent duplicate bets on Signal and the EV tool? Well, right now, Signal is um, props only, and EV tool is uh, main markets only. So we're not going to have that overlap. But soon, the EV tool will have props, and Signal will have mainline. So we will probably figure out a way to let you know about duplicate bets. So here's a good question. So we're not going to have a package with everything but VIP. The reason for that is we need the VIP and Signal product to be in the upper package because they pump out so many player props individually. So if you put like the VIP lower, you can basically get there's a lot of overlap. I wouldn't say overlap, but they do kind of the same thing. So we're keeping them both on the higher tier, and we're really trying to keep Signal bet as safe as possible without spamming it with a million users. So, and same with the VIP. It's the same thing with our VIP plays. We've always kept our customers like down, and didn't like scale up the numbers too quick because if we have too many members, the 8 members click a bet and then the price is dead. And same thing with Signal. If we had it on like a cheaper package, it would just not be as valuable to the people that are paying for it if there's like hundreds of people on it as well. Man, this Pats line keeps coming up. I don't think I want money on the Pats. I'm going to be sweating that game enough. Oh, here's a good drop. Idaho State plus 7.5, minus 139. I'm gonna try this on Novig. Good 200 here. I like that. I like that bet a lot. I'll go back and talk about it a little bit. Divig to Pinnacle, we saw a big drop, man. We caught this good. Minus 141 down to minus 161. 20-cent drop by Pinnacle here. That is so good. Oh, it did just move. So it's available on Onyx Odds, DraftKings, and Novig right now for around the same price. Kind of a cool feature too. You can see all the books that it has value on one screen. And we see the main line dropping. I mean, Circa went from 6 to 5. That's a full point. We see Bookmaker drop a half point. Pinnacle working a half point as well. Took Stidham Studham plus 5.5. Yeah, they're really talking Stidham up like we didn't like the Patriots didn't get to see him play in Patriots games. I mean, he's nothing to be afraid of. I mean, he's got a good arm. He does not make great decisions, or at least he didn't in New England. He's got a couple more years experience since last time I've seen him throw a ball, but he also hasn't thrown a ball in the last couple of years. So I think if we get any pressure on him and he's going to be, quick on his feet and make a quick decision, he's going to make some very poor decisions. But I also respect the Broncos. They're a pretty well-rounded team. I think their offense could run pretty smoothly without, a superstar quarterback. I don't think Bo Nix is too great. So I don't think I think the line moved like 7 points from the Bo Nix news. And I do kind of think that's over exaggerated when it's a really good system to play in. And as long as Stidham doesn't make mistakes, I think they have a good chance of moving the ball and scoring. But yeah, we'll see what happens. I don't hate, like, from a betting standpoint, it feels like the line might have moved too much, especially going to Mile High Stadium. It's going to be like 20 degree. I mean, Pats have been playing in 20-degree weather all playoffs, but that stadium is something different. That's for sure. Yeah, I hate to say he's kind of like a system QB, but it's no different than what's slightly more different. But same thing with like Mac Jones going into the 49ers offense and just like operating well, winning games. Like you can win games when you have a really good defense and a good offensive system. Now they don't have a whole lot of weapons at receiver or even running back. I mean, RJ Harvey's pretty good. I think J.K. Dobbins is coming back, but I don't think he's going to really. I can't imagine him getting too much work. He's hasn't touched the ball in a long time either. So we'll see. We'll have a quarterback and a running back taking their first snap of the season together. It'll be interesting in an AFC Championship game. Probably not the best time you want two skilled position players to be taking their first snap of the season, but they got drawn some bad cards. All right. Idaho State. We already took an Idaho State bet. All right. I've hit a lot of bets today, so I'm happy getting off the screen. Pat's defense has been better than Denver since week 10. Yeah, dude, Pat's defense against the Chargers was insane, and the Texans. I mean, they've been playing lights out. I think the Pats. I always think a good offense will beat a good defense. Like 9 times out of 10, especially when you have a playmaker at quarterback. I think it's just so much harder to play defense than offense, especially in today's league. So I don't think we're gonna have a problem moving the ball or scoring, but we'll see. Scared to pick any side on these two games. Great for watching, though. Yeah. I mean, I've said this last stream, but did you guys also see that the Pats-Texans game was the most watched ESPN sporting event ever? I mean, that's pretty big deal. It's kind of not like the biggest names. I mean, Patriots are pretty big now with May. I think everyone kind of they don't like the Patriots name, but I think they like the Patriots team. I think it's a likable team. Like I don't know how people could hate the Patriots team right now. I get not liking the Patriots as an organization, but anyway, what would suck, and not only as a Pats fan, but as a fan of football, I don't want to see the Broncos in the Super Bowl. Like just from a completely outside perspective, I don't want to see a backup quarterback playing in the Super Bowl. I want to watch something fun. I as an NFL fan, I don't know how, and maybe I'm being biased, but I don't know how you're not rooting for Drake May versus Stafford or Darnold if you want. But I mean, the MVP conversation all season long, Stafford and Drake May. I mean, that sounds like a Cinderella story to me, is to have those two in the Super Bowl. Yes, and I am afraid of Nick Foles 2.0. Dude, I know. I had the same reference today. I was like, Nick Foles did it to us before, threw for like freaking 400 yards against the Pats. So yeah, Stidham, like I said, I think Stidham, he's got like the skill. I just don't think he doesn't have the experience. And he's going to make mistakes if he has to force things. So if he's smart and throws the ball away when he's feeling pressure and doesn't make dumb plays, he's got to be able to keep this team. He doesn't need to do anything special to keep Denver in this game. He just needs to not be the reason they lose. That's what I think. Yeah, is Drew Lock versus Stidham coming? Is Drew Lock the backup for Darnold? It was because Darnold's been like semi-injured. Yeah, Vrabel is awesome too. Yeah, it's a fun team. I mean, I was deprived for like 3 years of good football, so it's been fun to watch them. Yeah, the team is great. But okay, I'm gonna hop off. I'm gonna end the stream now. If you did not hear the whole pricing breakdown of the new packages, the stream is recorded and will be posted on YouTube. So definitely just check out the YouTube and rewatch it. And tomorrow or sometime over the weekend, we're probably going to have a full breakdown of the packages and stuff like that. So in our Discord. So if you're not a part of the free Discord, join that now. In the next few weeks, we're going to be starting to roll out our new app product. So definitely pay attention for the updates All right. I will see you guys on Monday, and go Pats.